Elizabeth. Madam Elizabeth. Madam Elizabeth. Hello. Elizabeth, can you hear me? Elizabeth. Elizabeth. Hello.
Sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, good. I wanted to be sure.
Good evening, ma. You can unmute. Let's see if we can hear you.
Good evening, my DG. Hello, good evening, my DG.
Good evening, our APIC.
My dears, good evening. Now.
I define my G. Good evening.
Good evening. No.
Well done. Well done. My DG, good evening, ma. All those online, good evening. Oh, and so nice to have everybody join us again this evening. Thank you very, very much.
Rotarian Oba. Good evening. Thank you so much. CP of RC Shagamu. Thank you. You are the first person to join us this evening. Rotarian Talks, Sholuade. Thank you so much. You are the second person to join us this evening. Can you hear me? Fellow Rotarian CP Oba, can you hear me? Rotarian Talks. Hello? Rotarian Talks, can you hear me? Oh, okay. Okay, my CP. Thank you. Okay. We will unmute everybody now so that we can talk. And then when we want to start, we will mute. So,
Good evening, my DG.
good evening, DG. Good evening, ma.
Good evening, Mike. How are you?
I'm very fine, thank you.
Well done, no? Doing a good job.
Thank you very much, man. IMP Risi Taiwo. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, how are you?
I'm okay, and you, sir?
I'm very fine, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, is that Talks? Is that Rotarian Talks?
Yes, sir.
Oh, good evening.
This is Stokes from Shagamu Metro.
Shagamu, okay. Thank you so much for joining us bright and early.
You're welcome, sir.
Good evening, our PDG. Our PDG Shogasa. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
How are you?
I'm
Yeah.
very fine. Thank you, sir. Thanks for joining us early, sir. As usual.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello, good evening,
Hello.
PG.
Hello, how are you?
Good evening, man.
How are you?
I'm very thank you. You are looking like someone who has just arrived.
Or somebody who has arrived long time ago. Don't say the truth and let the devil be ashamed. My PDG Shoga, how are you, sir? You know what? Even the network here is poor. I only wish. Are you connected? Maybe you tell Uda to bring her phone. I can come and connect. I don't trust this network at all. I don't trust it. Ah, 11 people. Who? Oh, the DG is on the line, so good evening.
Okay, she said, let me see. She said nobody can talk. Please, can you unmute everybody? Elizabeth.
Oh, okay. It's not allowed.
Yes, we can mute when
my DG, good evening.
Good evening.
We were all silenced. We couldn't talk.
Can you imagine? How can you all just go jump?
I'm
Elizabeth,
telling you, they don't want us to welcome you back.
Elizabeth,
they don't want us to welcome you. Welcome back.
Don't mind Elizabeth. Don't mind Elizabeth. I bet we are not done, but let us talk.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
Welcome back. Welcome back.
I saw you came in very early too. Welcome.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, most welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
IMP Risi, are you back? Everybody is still done, boo.
You want to make sure we are only seen and not heard.
It's not time for that yet. You don't give to time here. You know, if it is convention now, when it's time for the program to start, the program will start how do we say it? You know, no, if we don't go. They will not wait 1 second, though. Okay, come back on Monday. Okay. Why is this one calling me at this time? No, I mistakenly picked it. So the thing just disconnected.
DG, you are on. We can still hear you.
No, a call just came in. I wanted to reject it. Unfortunately, I accepted it. So the thing went off for a while. AG Victoria Kutei, can see you. Wait again. So IMP, so Kumbasholu Ade. Okay. Rotarian Olushola. Okay. Akeromade. Oh no. So we now lock. We will close the Malaysia. All right.
Mhm. Rotarian Tokpe Akonde. Good evening. Rotarian Ayo Kumulu, good evening. Rotarian Pat Nwarache, good evening. Rotarian Oshifeko Mark, good evening. Rotarian Duke, good evening. My AG, hello, Abulime, good evening. PP Sylvia Abdallah, good evening. Good evening, ma. Is that IPP Dele Jagun? IMPI Odada, good evening and welcome. PDG Ogunbadejo, good evening, sir. Fellow Rotarians, I just want to welcome you all. Thank you so much. The time is 7:04. We'll just wait for another 5 minutes and start. That would give us like 10 minutes wait time. So I'll just go to the platforms and try and remind people that the DG is waiting and we're all waiting for them. But whatever happens, we'll start in exactly 7:10. Thank you very much. Fellow Rotarians, once again, I welcome you. Like I said about 3 minutes ago, we'll start at exactly 7:10. We're just waiting for other Rotarians to join us. The DG has been waiting for about 15 minutes or so, and we had our fellowship where we were waiting for you. So we'll start at exactly 7:10. I can see that we've been joined by our PDG, Adewale Ogunbadejo. I've been joined by PDG Dende Shoga. Our DG is also here. She was one of the earliest arrivals, and she also partook in the happy hour and fellowship that we had earlier before 6 p.m. Rotarian Edafe Onapapaya, welcome. Rotarian Remi Eko, welcome. Rotarian Femi Olaleye, welcome. Rotarian Gbenga Oluyemi, welcome. Rotarian Grace Anufo, you are especially welcome. IMP Tokes Sholuade, welcome. Rotarian Kate Wilkie, welcome. AG Kute Victoria, welcome. Rotarian Oshifeko Mark, welcome. Rotarian Pat Nwarachi of my club, Rotary Club of Ikeja South, you're welcome. IMP Risi Taiwo, you're very much welcome. Rotarian Abimbola, you're welcome. Rotarian Ajayi Ade, I can't see the rest of it, you're welcome. Rotarian Ayo Kumolu of my club, Rotary Club of Ikeja South, you're welcome. Rotarian Lushola Akinramadi of my club, you're welcome. PAG Busola Fatu, you're welcome. Rotarian Shoyinka Sholu, you're welcome. My United classmates, PP Sylvia Abdallah, you're very much welcome. Rotarian Tope Akonde of Rotary Club of Omole Golden, you're very much welcome. Rotarian Lushola Agbola, I welcome you. Please, if you are the one with the number, the phone that has 17082976436, I would suggest that you name yourself, you identify yourself, otherwise we're going to remove you. Please kindly rename your device, otherwise we'll remove you before we start.
Okay, my name is Fola Odoyinbo, United States, Rotarian from Ijebugo. Thank you. I will do the need necessary next time.
All right. Thank you. Now that we have a name, a voice, would allow you to stay.
Thank you.
All right. My classmates and SPA to the district governor, Rotarian Adirunke Jones Adewale, you're very much welcome. Rotarian Adetun Agbe Davis, you're welcome. Fellow Rotarians, the DG, if you can hear me, it is 7:11, and I think we should start. Rotarian Timita Yayorinde, you're very much welcome. DG ma.
Yeah, thank you.
I think we can start.
Yes, thank you very much. Our district public image chair, past President Mike Effiong. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, we can all hear you loud and clear, man.
Very well, thank you so much. The protocols have been taken, though I will still recognize the district governor-elect, past district governor Dende Shoga, past district governor Wale Ogunbadejo, and all the other Rotary leaders in the house. Fellow Rotarians, I have the honor this evening to call this edition of Governor Speaks to order. Can we all take the Rotary Grace? Let us just recite it where we are. So after the count of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. O Lord and giver of all good, we praise thee for our daily food. May Rotary friends and Rotary ways help us to serve thee all our days. Thank you very much. Fellow Rotarians, I am delighted once again, and of course for the last time this whole year, to hold this program in the capacity of the District Governor Rotary International, District 9110. This, of course, is the last edition since the beginning of the Rotary year. And it is to my greatest joy that God has been so wonderful to have kept all of us alive to be part of this last edition of Governor Speaks. So the governor that is speaking is no other person than Rotarian Mosule Olayinka Lawson, FCI, the first female district governor Rotary International, District 9110. I thank all of us who are online as we speak. I am very sure that others will still join us as they go on. I'm happy to have seen some of our members who for some time I have not seen physically, or who have not even, let me say physically. Let me particularly acknowledge the presence of my brother, PAG Charles Abayomi Gumero. You are most welcome. And of course, PAG Sunday Solu. I'm happy to see you. Join us. Today's edition of Governor Speaks is not different from what we've been having before. And there's an agenda that we're going to use. And what I want to believe is that we're not going to talk too much in this particular edition, because what I would have wanted to say, I'm sure my last release of 1st June, I said it all. This probably will just be an edition when Rotarians may have opportunity of asking questions, though we're still going to take a few points here and there. But it should be an edition where we give opportunity to our Rotarians to ask questions or share some comments, while we still leave the rest to the last day when we're going to have the end of year closing party. It's going to be an opportunity for all of us to come together and share good memories and also good experiences, at least for the Rotary year. So I want to welcome you once again and appreciate all Rotarians, all. Well, for still being a member of the district is enough to appreciate you. But I owe a lot of gratitude to quite a number of Rotarians, which I cannot mention here. But I have in my diary for them to be appreciated at the right time. I would say that the year could have been so eventful and successful, not because the district governor did it all, but because the Rotarians were there. I have Rotarians who supported from day one to the last day. In every aspect of the running of the district, they were there. There were so many who are so supportive of a foundation giving, and it's like, without even pressing on them, they are willing and willing and willing to do more and to do more and to do more. There were those who have supported one way or the other, even as the district continues to do or get involved in series of programs. I want to thank you all. I want to appreciate you most sincerely. God bless you all. Now, we're going to talk about membership. It's about membership, which of course is the most important thing as we speak. And I thank God Almighty, and I thank all Rotarians, I thank all club presidents, I thank all Rotarians who have brought in members this Rotary year. Induction of members is still going on in clubs. For example, VKC just hit 100 just in the last 6 days that I wasn't around, though I knew that it was going to come. And they are not resting on 100. They are still going on to add more to the 100. And they have gained about 30-something members this Rotary year. We also have a few clubs that have really added good number. Ikeja, Alausa, that's a Shepherd's Club. Yes, good number of 26 or thereabout have been added so far. And some other ones too have done the same thing. And other than that,
What was that?
president of clubs have worked that one. Members are careful. I mean, clubs are very careful in the listing. I think they've got the queue to returning their membership. That is, before you remove, add more. And they have abided by the slogan for the Rotary year. The membership slogan for this year is retain all, add more. And that is what many of our clubs have done. And we're not getting too, since after the deletion in, early January, and I can say that there have been consistency in the membership of our clubs. And I want to thank our clubs because they realize the importance of retaining our membership at this very critical period. Last Rotary year, 2021-22, the district did so well in membership, ably led by IPD Remi Bello. When we got to this Rotary year, initially we thought, oh, all the effort that he had made would be difficult to retain, to maintain. Yes, we lost members. And we have a target to hit. But somehow, we are able to hit a target. Because if I, as a governor, am unable to reach the goal, all the effort that the IPD has put in place and the membership committee at that time will have been thwarted. And I'm happy to say that we have made the mark. We have made the mark this year. We are beyond the 5,000 we are expecting, or the goal that we were targeting to meet, so that our districting can be permanent at the end of the day. So at least we have done that successfully this Rotary year. And we can only pray, or we can only wish, or we can only advise clubs that all you need to do at this time to retain your membership as we speak is what I will ask for. By now you would have known if there are members that you think you will not be able to maintain or to retain in your club. So why not make all the effort to get some other members in before you remove them? I can assure that this districting has come to stay. It is what we have all worked for. And having gone to this level of crossing the number set for us to meet, I think as a district, we must ensure that we do not fall by the wayside. So thank you once again for making us cross the bar. I want to thank you once again for ensuring that we even grow over that number. There's only that stops us from gaining about 200 extra. If each club can still bring in 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 before 30th of June, we'll even be more comfortable than we are now. So thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, fellow Rotarians. Now, Apart from the fact that we have clubs that have also added members, there's one that we also need to do, and that is reporting them. I wouldn't be too sure that all clubs have reported all the new members that have been inducted as we speak. I probably feel that there's a game plan somehow that some some clubs will not want to report their newly inducted members now, so that they will not get billed, they will not get those members billed for RI dues by 1st of July. Apart from the fact that it is not going to do us a world of good, for those members who have inducted and you have not reported, they get to know that you just collected their money and they are not Rotarian. Because if a member has not been reported and doesn't have a RI number, he is not a Rotarian. So let's give these new members a false hope of being Rotarians when they are not. And we appeal to us that if we have such in our clubs, report them. That is what is ethical beyond any other thing. To be unethical for you or for any club to collect somebody's money and the person is a Rotarian, whereas he or she is not. And you still call her or him fellow Rotarian. Please, let us try to avoid that. Elizabeth, please, I need to see the agenda. Now, we have 2 new clubs that have just been chartered by Rotary International. And let me quickly say this, that the district has a strategic plan. And part of the strategy, which I have complied with, is to ensure that we do not form more than, at most, 10 clubs. Though we have 11 now, I wouldn't know. Well, it was done because the two applications got to my table the same day. So to be unfair to now leave one and to pick one and leave the other. But I can assure you that any other club that wants to form a club, you will have to wait until next Rotary year, because there is a minimum, there's a maximum number of clubs we should have that should be less than 2 years old. That is 2 years and below. We should not have more than 20% of the total number of clubs fall under that category. So strategically, that is how it has been planned. Not that there are not other clubs to be formed. So we have stopped there for now while we consolidate on what we have. What we are more interested in now is for membership to grow within the clubs. Yes, please share the agenda, please. Elizabeth.
Rotary Foundation, the Rotary Foundation.
Yes, Rotary Foundation, yes. But after membership, the next thing is Rotary Foundation. Of course, we usually say the heartbeat of Rotary. It is. Indeed, it is. I've appreciated computers. I'm delighted, delighted. Yes, the set goals of foundation, but we know that we might not be able to achieve the goal set, but we must have a goal. And we must work assiduously to meet the goal. What I can say for now, because I know that how the district has fared during this Rotary year, we get the report by the end of the Rotary year. We are still collecting money. Rotarians are still donating. But one thing that I want to say at this juncture is that at this time, there's always rush for people to contribute. And because there's rush, there's traffic at the Rotary Foundation end, the reporting process. And a mail has been sent to us to inform Rotarians that if you have to donate, if you want to donate now, you still post the process we are doing right now that you transfer to Rotary Foundation account and it is reported, it's still fine. Up till June 15, that can be done. But when you're going to pay any day after June 15, you do it via SWIFT. You transfer through SWIFT. And that is what can make the donation to get there as promptly as possible via SWIFT. Or use direct payment. That one is almost the fastest. Or with your card, even on 30th of June. If you pay your money, get recorded for the Rotary year. So, and I'm sure Rotarians have that mail. I want everyone to go back and read that mail so that you do not complain that, oh, I paid, but I didn't get acknowledged, I didn't get recognized, I didn't do this, I didn't do that. You should be able to know when you have paid, what's likely to happen if you do not pay in compliance with the dates that are provided in the mail. If you need to ask questions, please do not hesitate to do so. I have said it several times. I am available to receive call at any time, anytime, be it midnight. And I'm sure that many have tested and they have found that to be true. So where you think you need more clarity, please try and ask questions. For the Polio Plus, a mail was sent out yesterday that many had contributed $100 for Polio Plus Society, but they have not collected their certificate. The certificate is very important. And if you haven't, please get in touch with past President Demola Olutsuse, or better still, Ellen Ibeka. There are certificates with her. Once you can present the proof of payment, then you'll be given the certificates. It is blank. You have to write your name yourself. Then also a few also paid but have not collected their pays. I don't want to leave as governor and the next thing is I have paid, it didn't give me pay. I would not like it. The pays are here and I do not want to owe anybody anything. If you know you have paid and you have yet to collect your pay, please see Ellen with the proof of payment. But please, if you have lost yours, it will be very unfair for you to come and tell Ellen that you have not collected. Though we know we have our records, though. Today somebody was there, he lost one, he said he wanted another one. I said, yes, fine. You can get it, but pay another $100. After all, you are not buying it. It's going into your account. Your account is being credited, so you have nothing to lose. You understand? Initially, she felt, oh, how will I be paying? You're not paying double. The money goes into your account. So that is about the Polio Plus. Third is about the recent launch of District 911's with disaster management and relief call. Please, it is not a committee, it's a specialized call. They have undergone training for disaster management. It was a paid training that was done last year, I think September, October, in partnership with Lagos State Emergency, Lagos State, LASEMA, Emergency Management Authority, or agency, I can't even remember now. So they are only about 18 in number and they are not enough. And this is under DOF. It is not under district, it's managed by DUF. And the membership is few. It became very urgent for this call to be launched. And following the incident that happened at the railway crossing, maybe a few months ago, what could have been the core members have been trained, but they didn't go to action because they were not coordinated accordingly. And by the time they decided to go and render support to the victims, that was the second day. That was when they were able to gather themselves together. I was to lead them to Lasut to render support. And when I called the CMD, for Professor Lieutenant Fabanwo, he said, "Oh, coming today will not make any difference. The time when we will have needed Rotary, the time that's yesterday, we needed people. We needed people. That after the day, with following day, they have settled everybody accordingly. So there was nothing much we could have done. So honestly, we all felt bad. Because if that very day we had gone there in our apparel, in their outfits, showing Rotary, you will have seen that they will have known what Rotary stands for and that we exist. And we don't want such to repeat itself again. We want to be seen. We have, that is part of our calling. Rotary International, before they hear of anything disaster, they move on site. It's so sporadic. So I think the same thing we should also do. And it's 911, we are never caught pants down. We are always the first to be at the ends of things like this. So the call is from now. More members are needed, and they will be distributed into zones. And there's a grand commander for the call now, who is past President Abayomi Bikestet. That the zonal commanders will be chosen very soon. And it is not when something is happening in Ikeja. I want somebody from Ogere to start coming. Or something that's happened at Arepo, we send somebody from Agege to go there. No. If this thing is in zones, they just give an order that those who are in that zone should move to that place. And one thing that I've discovered is that every day, even on their platform, a lot of education is going on there. And a lot of information is being passed on what is happening every day as far as disaster is concerned. So, Rotarians, if you're interested in joining, part of this call, though you're going to go on for training. And of course, there'll be training and retraining from time to time. Their skills must also be built. Even those that have been trained still need to be developing other skills. So that is about that. The next thing is awards and recognitions for this year. Yes, a few recognitions and awards have been presented at this conference. They were done at intervals, so we didn't allow it to really delay our proceedings at the institute, at the conference. But I see quite a lot to be done. And we are going to do them in 2 batches. We are going to invite some to a special awards day at the district. And others will be done during the end of the year party at the district. But there is one particular one that by now we expect clubs to have submitted the nominations. That is the best Rotarian. This Rotary year, we want to recognize best Rotarians, the best 3 Rotarians in the club. And we already sent out the parameters for electing your own since the beginning of the Rotary year. That you start watching your members, because there is a score attached to the one for the club. We have the club qualification, we have the district qualification. The chairman of awards and recognition is PAG, who you show up. So those that have been nominated by clubs will be called to the district for the district qualification very soon, whereby the best three will eventually emerge. But I believe that by now, all clubs must have sent their reports for the year. Timing is very, very important, though I'm aware, it's something that I'm very aware of. I mean, that is also causing a little bit of delay, and that is the issue of the district grant that came in a little bit late. So that when the projects have been done, we will not leave them out of the scoring. So we take cognizance of that. After all, the year has not ended. So, and it is not over until it is over. So please, when the committee sends for anything, please ensure that you comply in good time. Thank you. An update on district conference. I have no update to give on the district conference generally, because we were all partakers in that conference. So if you were there, you know what happened. So we don't need to go back and talk about that world-class district conference. However, they are the icons. The Discord icons, we have not been able to really identify and recognize the way we wished to have done. So they are going to be specially celebrated. I like to make promise, I like to keep promise. And it's not about collecting money from people. It's about delivering on what you have collected money for. So if you are an icon, please, we are still going to give it the due recognition at an end of year party. You will even prefer either way. I can assure you of that. Thank you. The Melbourne Convention. Yes, I know that many are very, very disappointed, particularly because of the visa issue. I will not blame Australia. I will blame those who have made us to suffer this. When we went for Montreal Convention, Rwandans went away with that convention. There was even an occasion when we were all invited for a gathering. So Nigerians, there's a party or something for everyone. I don't know whether those who attended could remember. And we were there only for a lawyer to stand up and talking about amnesty. I mean, they call amnesty, what they call that, you know. That was what they came to sell. So Rotarians were the cause of situations like this. Many didn't come back after that convention. And that is one of the reasons why they were so tough. Even before, the district can collect visas of everybody with letters and go to the US Embassy. We were going on convention and they will expel Rotarians going on convention. Now it makes no meaning to them at the US Embassy, whether you are going for convention or not. You go on your own merits. And it is because of the same reason. Because a few Rotarians have bastardized that privilege. Well, be that as it may, that is not the end of the world for those who didn't collect. There are so many conventions to come. We still have 109 that attended. And it was a good time spent together. We look forward to Singapore Convention by the grace of God. Coming programs. Graduation of Part 2 of beneficiaries of vocational skill acquisition. This Rotary year, We have trained 311 people, 311. 3 months training for 311 beneficiaries of skill acquisition. 107 in Ogun State and 204 in Lagos State. We are done with the one in Ogun State, which I want to refer to as batch 1. And the batch 2 will have their graduation next week on Wednesday. And we have not done training, just train them and leave them like that. We have trained and we have empowered. We start up tools. Even if we didn't do for everybody, I could say that we captured about 50% in Ogun State. And in Lagos, we are still working on capturing 50% or 60. So present with startup tools that range from 80,000 to 100,000 per child, per beneficiary. And those with the graphic design, but 27 of them, their startup tool is even more expensive. And that is a laptop, used laptop that can do graphic design. The good one that will serve them is about 20,000 to 30,000. And we have 27 to give. And we are working on that. And I want to be sure that we shall get those laptops and we'll give them. So that we are doing on Saturday is excluding on next week is excluding those with graphic designs. But we shall get the laptops for them and we shall donate them. So I want to thank all those who have supported tremendously to ensure that this is done. The lives that have been changed, the testimonies they are giving can almost bring tears into your eyes. I dare tell you that. But we give God all the glory. And let me also add that still on vocational skill acquisition, in 2017, 2018, when PDG Wiley, I'm sure this one will shock him because I'm not even told him. When PDG Wiley was the district governor, he delivered a vocational training center to Igbobo community, Ikorodu. That vocational training center is in Igbobo in Ikorodu. That was a signature project for that year. And that vocational center has turned out too many. I don't have the statistics, but so many lives have been changed from that center that PDG Wale Ogunbadejo gave as the governor that year. So this year, I was approached by the director of Agency for Mass Education. I need to expand that facility. Initially, I thought that would be difficult to do. But to the glory of God, that facility has been expanded and it will be commissioned on the 28th of June by the grace of God. I'm happy that that one, and that is about saying something and you think, yes, it is good, and you need to continue or make it bigger than what it is. So, PDG Ogunbadejo have done what we wanted, and you'll be happy when you get there. Work is going on there now. They are at the roofing stage as we speak. Now, evening of tributes for PRIP John Majiagbe. I mean, we have sent out a notice of the transition of our past Rotary International President, John Majiagbe, SAN, the only African, and of course, a Nigerian past Rotary International President, but now late. And he was Arab president in 2003, 2004, when the theme for Rotary was lend a hand. He passed on in his Abuja home, and the process, the ceremony for his burial will start next week. We are planning an evening of tribute for him to be held at the district here on Tuesday, 13th of June. We initially fixed it for Wednesday, 14th, before I got to know today that I think Abuja clubs be having another one for him on Wednesday. So I was not told before. It was when I was trying to contact somebody for something that I was now doing. Even and I was supposed to be part of the one of before that. I didn't know about it. I've not been told about it. But however, it makes sense. That makes sense for me to have changed it. Let me step it down for them. I'm bringing our own to Tuesday, 13th of June, and it's being coordinated by past district governor Bola Uyibade. And that will be on Tuesday 13th. The burial ceremony will be on the 18th and 19th in Abuja, and of course the district governor will be there to represent the district. There are still the launch of My DUF Plus. That's another a new one indeed. The one that will make DUF contribution easier for all Rotarians, contributing from the comfort of your home, and you are able to monitor what you are contributing, and it will make contribution easy for everyone. And the contribution, the DUF contribution can expand, can grow faster than normal, because we cannot continue to be giving $100 to benefit, as we have been giving for so many years for scholarship for these undergraduates. Everybody knows 100,000 a year can hardly do anything, but then we are still giving them 100,000. I think we should shift forward, and we cannot do this if we still are not able to make more money to do it. So there's this introduction of this My DUF Plus. We have not launched it because it involves a lot of process to get it registered, to get it, when anything that has to do with a portal where you have to pay money, it goes through a lot of process. And the process must be perfect and fraud-free. And those who are on it, they're working hard to ensure that the system is error-free. And the day it is launched, we will all be there to make donations and see how it's going to work. And those who are putting it in place, they said they will be the first to even donate to that plus. So you can monitor your contribution, and you can decide to do it at any time with ease, so you can raise more money. So that is about the DUF Plus. When we're going to launch, we're going to invite all Rotarians to be at the Rotary Center to test it together. Thank you very much. Then, of course, like, it's not everything that's going to happen that we can capture here. But we know that we cannot but celebrate the Rotary year. Every year we have about 3 or 4 celebrations that we call Evening with the District Governor. Yes. And the last one is one that marks the end of a Rotary year. The one we had last, we called it Salah Jams Easter. We held it to celebrate both the Muslim and the Christian festivals that we just ended at that time. But this one is a celebration of an iconic year. We're going to call it the iconic celebration of Imagine Rotary Year and the stewardship of district government. Yes, I gave my stewardship address at the district conference 11th May. But you will agree with me that quite a lot has happened even beyond that day. So the real stewardship address, the real one, the complete one, will be given that day. I will not bore you because it's going to be it's going to be shared electronically to everybody. So you have it as a record, as their own personal record. So it's already a summary that we're going to talk about that day. Because what we plan to do is to have what is called an iconic celebration. We want to come and wine and dine as we've never done before. So on that note, I want to thank fellow Rotarians again for your labor of service, for giving your talent, your time, your treasure, your thinking, support your club, support the district, to render service to humanity. And even ordinary, at times recognizing and appreciating and encouraging me as a governor, I am grateful. Rotarians, we call at different time messages, and I continue to ask. It's not about me, it's about all of us. I didn't do it alone. I want to thank everybody that can say, yes, I am part of the success story. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, let's take reactions from Rotarians, please. Thank you.
Fellow Rotarians, oops.
Are you there?
I'm here. I don't know what I've touched.
Okay, let me. My PDG, please, you are welcome. I can see you raising your hand. PDG is raising his hand. Can you unmute him, please? Elizabeth, or who is here? Mike.
Yeah, PDG. Okay, let me unmute him. I will unmute him now. Hold on. I'm trying to unmute you now, sir. I'm trying to. Okay. You can unmute from your end, sir. Hello, sir. You can unmute from your end.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
My district governor and fellow Rotarians, I say good evening to you all. Let me start off on congratulatory note. My DG, congratulations once again for an eventful year.
Thank you, sir.
Imagine Rotary Year.
Thank you, sir.
Imagine that we could have it this good. I want to thank you most sincerely for the good job you've been able to do this Rotary Year. You have been very thorough. You have been very detailed. Even tonight, you showed that so much. We want to thank you for your service, and we look forward to see you at a higher level in Rotary service. I want to put on record that like never before. We had a very good year, past working with the present, and I hope we will try to replicate this going forward in our districts. Once again, I congratulate you, and thank the members of your team for making it a good year for each and every one of us. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much,
sir.
our IPDG, and our own very senior member at Rotary Club of Ikeja South. I can also see the hand of IMP Olumide Lawal. IMP Olumide Lawal, you have the floor, please. IMP Olumide Lawal. Okay, let me see if I have to unmute you. I'm sorry. I would unmute you now.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay.
Good evening, the DG and the PDGs in the house, and good evening, fellow Rotarians. Okay, ma'am, what I wanted to point out our attention to is as regards when clubs do not register newly inducted members in time. Perhaps some people look at maybe there'll be charges for membership within that Rotary year. What I've noticed is the charge is actually small amount, because when for our club, we had admitted some members late in the half of the year, and we noted the charge sometimes about 2,000 naira, sometimes less than 3,000 naira that we have to pay for the remaining part of that particular Rotary year. Even when you put them, for instance, at the 2nd of July in the new Rotary year, the charge will not come within that half. It will come in the next half as almost full charge for the last half that was not recognized. So eventually the club is still going to pay for that whole lot of almost 6 months. It's prorated for, if we had them now, it's prorated for the remaining part of the year. And of course, if you had them on the 17th of this month, you get this month free. So I noticed that. So we can use that also to encourage some clubs. And of course, if the district can do maybe like a charge table, and send it to the IMPs to be able to discuss it among the membership committees and the incoming incoming president, so that clubs will be able to be encouraged when they see that the charge is small. Some people always think perhaps it's full charge, but it's a very small charge if you study our invoices. That's just what I wanted to say on that.
Okay,
thank you very much for that.
I don't know if you want to say something, my DG, but generally,
No. You said there's something.
Yes,
No.
I can just say that there is no charge. Because we do semi, so there's no charge. If someone joins the club in June, you're not going to get any RI charge. You're not going to get any district charge. Your charge comes from July 1st. I don't know, DG, if you want to expatiate on that.
Well, the truth is that is probably many of these clubs, they lack education, so they are scared that once they report or something, I don't know why they don't, or they are careless to report them. I don't know, but the fact has been said now. Once you have got your member, please just report them. Understand? They won't. They won't go back behind to start.
Yes,
to go
they won't go back to charge. True. Rotarian Adedayo Dauda, you have the floor.
Good evening,
Dauda, you have the floor. Please go ahead.
Okay. Good evening, PDGs in the house, fellow Rotarians. Mine is just a small observation. My DG has given a lot of very important information this evening that even those that are not here would not be happy they missed this opportunity to listen. So I was thinking if a meeting like this, in future could be recorded so that those that miss the meeting can have access to it later on. It's just an observation. Thank you.
The meeting is always recorded. The meeting is always recorded.
But this one is not appearing recorded.
But yes,
recorded.
but
I don't know.
Let me see.
it is recorded because even if it's recorded, if that is the case, then people will not join us and listen fresh. So we don't encourage that to happen. So recorded, there's no point. I could as well just do a recorded governor speaks and send to all Rotarians. You understand? I want us to come and make it interactive. That's the essence of this. That's the essence of this kind of a meeting. Hey, my brother, thank you. Thank you very much. Yes.
Yeah, fellow Rotarians, the floor is still open. You can indicate by raising your hand, or you could just put your question, observation, or comment on the chat room. We'll read it out. But the DG wants you to speak. That's what this is about. Whatever is bothering you, whatever is happening in your club, whatever things you want to suggest, the DG is open to listening to you directly. Like she said, she picks up her phone from now till 12 midnight. So she's at your beck and call. This is another opportunity for you to talk to her. So do we have any Rotarian that want to say anything? My DG, while we are waiting on the chat room, I've seen that there are lots of messages for you, specifically congratulating you. Okay, you can read it from your end.
Yes, I am reading them. Yes, thank you.
Okay, so specifically congratulating you for a wonderful and successful year. If there is no other, the DG, maybe we see how it will be if there's any other matter that you want to raise that was not in the agenda, so we can round up.
Yes, I didn't want to be talking about money all the time, but there's no way we'll not talk about those who are still having outstanding RIDs first. We still have 4 clubs that have not paid this money, and they need to do that as a matter of urgency. We don't want to lose any club at all. And if you know that your name is there by email, because I've tried to call each of these clubs one after the other, and I realized that 2 of the clubs in that list actually had paid, or they shared their receipts with me. So if you know you are one of those clubs, that let me quickly check whether I can see the clubs here. Then so that yes, I have the names of the clubs here, please. I have Lado Palace and they have cleared it. The club is no longer there.
Yes, we have cleared it.
We have Ayetoro Yewa.
Our baby club.
Yes, exactly. Ayetoro Yewa is there. Then Ilaro, Mowe Metro, Palm Avenue, and Yaba, making 5. If their AGs are here, or any member of that club, you might not even be aware that your club hasn't paid, please.
Sorry, ma, can you go through the names again, man?
Yes, Ayetoro Yewa, Ilaro, Mowe Metropolitan, Palm Avenue, Berkeley Estate.
Berkeley Estate.
And Yaba.
Yaba.
And apart from the RIDs, if I tell you the kind of district dues that they haven't paid, I don't know how they intend to do that. 700 plus, 800 plus, and that is for district dues. So, well, we can't write off any club. We can only hope that they will work very hard to clear the RIDs first. District dues is still internal. We can work around that, or we cannot work around RIDs. Another thing is that don't make a mistake. The current RID exchange rate, as we speak, is still 461. It hasn't changed. And if you're going to pay any RIDs, make sure you put to the last couple. If it's only 1 naira, that is left. You know, you are not talking to any human being. You are working with machines, automated system. If you have only 1 naira to pay, the club can still be terminated. They don't know that it's only 1 naira now. So this one is very small. There's only like there's an automated system. So please let's clear all these outstandings. And if you are the friend of the club, let's also try to do that. Then for DUF, we have so many clubs. Even if we have come to your club and you have pledged millions, we want you to even leave the millions you have pledged. That's 75,000 minimum. Make sure you pay it. It was this year when the yearbook of last year came out. And I saw clubs that there were not even many, probably about 15 or thereabout. I didn't pay his statutory 75,000. I'm sure such clubs, they were there at DTA, they feel ashamed of themselves. Because that is record forever. Record, a permanent record, you cannot remove it. So if your club is now showing as 0 contributor, of course, next year, that's why you're going to find yourself as nil contributor in that same yearbook. So how would you like yourself as president? So I'm appealing to all the clubs, and like my FPG would tell me then, just wait and collect the 75,000, leave the extra, collect that one first. Would you believe that some clubs have even refused to accept the governor's visit? And it cannot be forced. All effort to bring them to, we are not coming there to come and wine and dine. We just want to see how we can assist you to have a better year coming. Let's look at your problems and see how we can resolve them for you. So I extend that next 3 years, you will be better off. But all effort to do that became abortive. Usually all these clubs are the clubs that are owing big sum of district dues. And we have not even said, okay, pay these dues before you come over. Come first, bring your board members, come. But yet they are not here. We have such many. So I know the cost of Rotary, is high. I agree with you. And I'm not feeling comfortable too. To be saying, okay, bring this money, bring that money. No. So, but
okay,
the
DG,
little
we
you
have
can
a couple
do,
of
the
hands
least
up.
you can do. Yes, please.
Okay, I will take the PDG Adewale Ogunbadejo first.
Yes.
So, sir, you can go ahead and speak.
My dear DG, if my voice is a bit hoarse, please, I have a bit of a cold. Let me first thank you quickly for the to RVTC Bobo. I really don't know how to say it, but what you've done is a great step towards further helping the people in that environment. I can tell you that for every year for the next many years that place is on, 300, at least 300 candidates will be helped with those 2 classrooms you are going to add as you are added. I want to thank you greatly, and I also want to congratulate you. It's been a wonderful year, and like your masquerade will say, I rejoice with you, and I rejoice with all of us. My DG, thanks so much. I don't want to say too much. Thank you. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Mosa.
Okay. Rotarian Tunde Adeshina. Rotarian Tunde Adeshina, you have the floor, please.
Okay. Good evening, my DG man and fellow Rotarians. I'm Rotarian Tunde Adeshina, past president from Rotary Club of Ota. I just want to make clarification on RC Ayetoro Yewa. I'm not their AG.
Okay.
I remember in December, January, when I was trying to monitor the membership strength of each club that fall in dinner here. I spoke with their HMP, and as at April 23, they made a payment to Arrow International for the second SAR. I don't know why their name is still surfacing on probably because I have their name now. I can't get the information really better. But I've made payments as at 27 of April, they made payment of a 241,696 to RI, yes, Rotary International.
Yeah. Because what they are
So
having
that's the what I
now
want to
is
clarify. Yes.
okay. All right. You know what?
I can
When
forward the
there's
receipt to you. Yes.
when clubs are mentioned like that, it's always good to quickly just look into it and see that even RI, I must say that even at times RI makes mistakes, and when we write to them, they will quickly come around to say yes, they have seen where the mistake lies and they will correct it. So that's why it's always good to, when anything is mentioned, quickly let us come around and let's check it out.
Resolve them. Okay, my DG, before I give the floor to CP Oba of RC Shagamu Metro, AG Ayo Adeyemi had responded on the chat room about Rotary Club of Mowi Metro, that is aware that, he has information that they had cleared their outstanding. So I just wanted to bring that up.
Okay, please tell them to send that proof to us, because when RI sends this
my DG,
mail to us,
it's not Mowa.
Yes.
It's not Mowa, it's Yaba. Yaba,
okay. Is it Yaba?
Daddy
let them send the receipt, please, so that we can also verify and we can also inform RI, please. Let them send the proof of payment, please.
Okay.
CP
Oba, you have the floor.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Yeah, good evening, my DG. Good evening, district leaders, fellow Rotarians.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening, man. I have to appreciate you, my DG, for your service, for your efforts from the beginning of this Rotary year to this present moment. I salute your sagacity, man.
Thank you
and
very
may God
much.
continue to strengthen
Thank you very
strengthen you the more. Yeah, I quickly want to make a comment.
Thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am. On the just concluded DTA.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Personally, my club, Shaga Metro, we are not really happy the way things turned out. Well, I've discussed with some of the district leaders, but I just thought that I should equally, say it openly at this forum. It's not really encouraging when clubs, make payments, statutory payment for a program like that, and we get to the program, the club name is missing totally. No provisions was made in terms of materials, training materials and the likes. And I pointed it out to the secretary of that committee. But the way she handled the issue, I felt embarrassed. And we're a Rotarian. We are people of ethics. It won't be nice of some of us to start fighting at that point. It doesn't speak well of us. Just to guide against future occurrence. Yes, my club did not pay the extra 50,000. There are reasons for it because we said we don't want to be accommodated. You don't know, maybe we have other provisions. So is it a must that we have to pay that 50,000 because we didn't pay the 50,000? They omitted our name totally, which I think is not fair to us. And I am sure that Shaga Metro is not the only club that fell into that category. There are some other clubs too. So I just feel that
thank you very much. Okay, tell us. Thank you. What you said, you have already told some military leaders. Well, apologies. I can only apologize on behalf of the committee or whatever. Because the peculiar situation now to your club is not what one can address generally. You understand now. Probably before the commencement of that program, if you had told the coordinator, look, we don't need extra room, before you got to that place, I wouldn't know exactly what happened. Probably it would not have been like that. So anyway, like we said, for future, everything will be looked out holistically, and things will be done the way that we will not feel bad about what happened. His apologies once again.
Okay, my DG, the floor is open for Rotarian GJ.
Okay, PDG
okay, PDG
PDG Kolasodipo. Okay.
First. Then Rotarian Lalajide, please. My good friend, just give us a few minutes. PDG, you have the floor, sir. My PDG, you have the floor.
Okay. Good evening, my district governor, the Koshere District Governor.
Good evening, sir.
You are welcome back, and let me join others in congratulating you for a successful year. You've done so well, sir. And you've shattered the ceiling. Thank you, sir. And I pray that God in His infinite mercies will continue to strengthen you and give you the enablement to even do more as we move forward. Congratulations, man. Amen. Then, secondly, the Rotarian from yes, sir. Secondly, the Rotarian from Rotary Club of Shagamu Metro. You see, when you come online and make accusation, it's good to have the facts right. And I listened to what the reaction of the DG was. In the first instance, there are guidelines and instruction as to timelines for everything. You cannot be coming for a program and then you get there on that day or a day to the time and you want all information to be done. They are required to do registration, file in so many information. That was not done. And apart from that, there are clubs that didn't pay the 50,000 and had their time at the training. So it's not because they didn't pay the 50,000 naira for accommodation, but rather it was because proper registration was not done as at when necessary. And beyond that, all those clubs that had complaints were specifically asked to make comments and feedbacks and fill necessary forms with the committee members so that their their registration materials could be sent to them. Some clubs did, and they got their registration materials well after. Certainly those that fall into those categories were those that didn't follow the requirements as at when due. So it's not that the committee didn't do what they are supposed to do. I just said I needed to make those clarifications. Thank you, my DG.
Thank you, my PDG. That's why I didn't even see that you were there. I would have called you to answer it when he asked that question. So thank you that you are here to throw that light into it very well. Thank you so much, my PDG. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, man. Yeah.
Thank you very much, PDG. Rotarian GD again. The floor is open now.
Yeah. Good evening, my very good friend, and good evening, my DG. Once more, congratulations for
good evening, sir.
I'm very fulfilling year. My name is Olajide Ege. I want to clarify that we Rotary Club of Mowe Metro paid clear the RI dues on the 26th of April, and I immediately shared payment receipt with the district treasurer.
Okay, all right. Okay, that's okay. I mean, I'm happy to hear that. My own, I don't want any club to be terminated. That's my own. Okay, that's fine then. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, my DG.
Yes.
Let me see. I think we have Rotarian Lanre of RC Shomolu. You have the floor. Rotarian Lanre of RC Shomolu.
Okay, I just unmuted. Good evening, my DG, fellow distinguished Rotarians on the platform. My DG, I just want to really congratulate you for a very, very successful year. And I'm personally indebted to you as one of your IMPs. We started the relationship before the Koshelleri year started. And I must confess, your encouragement actually gave me a lot of first in my club, the Rotary Club of Shomolu. Most of our leaders, you approach them and it's always denigrating remarks. But we really appreciate you that you pulled us up. You encourage us that we can do it. And today, when we see our RCC platform, it has been a long time we saw green. All the goals set were met, and some were even surpassed. We thank you very much. I used to think I was a very, very energetic person until I met you. God will be strengthening you. Honestly, God will be strengthening you. You are so very detailed, and we appreciate you. It's a lot of interesting years ahead of you. God will continue to work in support you. God will continue to strengthen you and grant all your desires. We appreciate you. All the best, man, in your future endeavors. Thank you, man.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
My DG.
If there's no other,
okay. There's no other comments on, and I've also looked at the chat room. It's all commendations for our DG. So maybe you would round off, but I noticed that
thank you. When
you were discussing the issue of membership, normally you give us a figure so that we have an idea of where we stand. But this time you didn't give us a figure. Is it because we have surpassed
55,000?
We have surpassed
no, not that. No, I think 5,020. My IPDG is always on point. He monitors it as if, so I'm sure I think it's 5,025.
Now,
2 days ago, but I've not checked it today.
Okay.
I'm not checking I won't check it today.
Okay, I'll yield the floor to PAG Bukola Bakari. My PAG Bukola, okay. Let me take IPDG. I'm sure he wants to respond to a quick response to my point. So IPG, sir.
As my DG and the Olaf, as at this moment we are 5,016.
5016.
As at this moment we are talking.
Okay, sir. 5016.
We just need to appeal to our clubs, our president-elect. The DG has been talking to them that they try, if only for this occasion, we make the sacrifice. Yeah, let's try to maintain the number. Thank you.
Okay, PAG Bukola Bakari, you have the floor.
My award-winning chairman, where are you?
My
PAG Bukola Bakari. Oh. I think
you can unmute yourself.
Thank you very much. Good evening, ma.
Good evening, my super chair, conference chair. Yeah?
Good evening, ma.
Good evening. I'm asking you.
We are asking you.
Yeah. PAG Bukola Bakari.
I think her network.
I think she has network issue.
Yes, her network is giving her. So my DG, maybe
my birthday mate. She's my birthday mate. Oh, yes, let me even thank Rotarians, please. Thank God I remember that now, that we have not dropped. My distinguished fellow Rotarians, let me thank you all for the various messages, more than enough. I read overnight. I did not sleep because they kept on coming every minute, every second. beautiful wishes, good wishes, prayers. I thank you so much. Mo dúpẹ́, God. Thank you, my fellow Rotarians. God bless you. God will honor you. With all what you want, God will honor you. What you are, God will be with you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Buki is my birthday mate too. We celebrate on the same day. So I wish her well. I congratulate her too. It is well with her. She gave us a very good conference and we are very happy about it. Thank you, all fellow Rotarians. Thank you very much. Thank you. So if there's no other person, can we now call it a day?
Yes.
Once again, I want to thank all my people online. I cannot be reading the names again, but I think I saw my secretary some time ago. GS as well. I saw. Let me go through this. Patrick Orumbe, Olushola Jide Ojo, Olatunji Ola Davis, Sir Victor Honore, Rochelle Adiola Owolabi, Funsho Asheperi, Akeodi, Wale Abdul, Ayo Jaja, Tunde Olaleye, my class captain, Bayo Paul, Adebisi, Shola Ayowale, Tubosan Ajayi, PAG, Eji Valentine Shoye, CB Thomas Isibo, Adewale Salisu, Okwadena of you, my good brother. Thank you for helping me at the airport yesterday. My PDR, the only Rotaractor to have been a district committee chair. Constant Jayola, thank you. Duke Efeyama, my PhD Yoshowabi, my chairman, editorial board, Ibrahima, we came together yesterday. Olukemi Alake Bakare, Ademola Olutusi Polio chair. Thank you for almost getting us to our destination. We're supposed to immunize 5,000 kids. We are 4,000 plus. Please, you can still work harder so we can hit that target of 5,000. President Tunde Additional, thank you very much. Bayo Yorine, I appreciate you. Prince Adeyemi, Ache, okay, I think it's Ashe Perry. Solu Sotunde, thank you so much, PhD. I appreciate you, sir. And my predecessor, Matthias Sugar, I thank you. Olasunji Okedei, Nelson, Molajide Adebayo Ladokun, Olushola Jide Ojo. I think I've called everybody here. Vanessa, thank you. Thank you all. If I miss anybody out. Okay, thank you. And every other person that is online that I didn't mention, it might be an oversight, and I'm not saying the screen properly, but I appreciate you all. Thank you very much. Like I said, of course, this is the last edition of Governor Speaks. That time I'm speaking with you again, I'll be speaking with you in the capacity of immediate past district governor. Thank you very much, my.
Thank you so much.
So I love you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
All
the next DG Speaks will be on Monday, July 10th. Monday, July 10th.
By the grace of God.
By the grace of God. By the grace of God, we love me. Thank you so much.
By the grace of God.
We had over 100 participants today.
Please, all the programs, please, sorry, please, Mike.
Yes,
Mike,
go
please,
ahead.
all the programs we are having, once we read a letter of invitation, please attend them, please. All the programs we are having, the night of tribute, launch of US, please. All the programs we have, quite a lot, please. Let's be there. And at the end of the day, end of the year party, celebration galore. Look forward to see you then. Until then, love you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, my DG.
Thank you.
Thank you.
DG. God bless you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Thank you.